Hey folks, this is Mr. Michelson. I am not here today. Feeling a little bit under the weather, but I did want to tell you what we're doing today. First of all, please make sure that you're being respectful and doing what you're supposed to do and treating our sub as a guest in our classroom. That's really your most important job today. The other job is what we're going to show you right now. We did a structured controversy a while ago on the topic of school uniforms. Since then, you've done some outlining of a CER essay. We haven't written the essay, but you've got a good outline. So hopefully you're done with that. And we are going to do another structured controversy. This one is going to be based on what you want to choose. So last time I gave you the topic of school uniforms. This time we're going to have you propose some topics, and next class we'll be voting based on your proposals of what topics you wanted to do. And from there, we'll go into some different topics and some different structured controversies. So I'm going to show you how to go about doing that here today. Hopefully, if you go to Google Classroom, it looks pretty similar to what I have up here. You're going to use the link to the SIRS website to look up what you should argue next. Now, I know we are writing a CER essay last class. We might call that a SIR. This website is called SIRS, SIRS, and that's where we're going to find some information on different topics. So I'll show you that in a second. And then you'll also see this Google form here that I'll talk about a little bit later. So if I click on this, it may ask you to give it a username and password. The username is Edina PS, Edina PS, all lowercase, all one word, and the password is Edina. And I put that on Google Classroom for you as well. So if I log in, what this website will show me is a lot of topics that you can have some arguments about. So when you open it up, you see like 10 topics that have pictures along with them, and that might be things that you see in the news lately. I know there's been a lot of talk about the border wall, a lot of talk about job automation and robots taking our jobs. Healthcare is a big thing in the news. So all of these topics are pretty relevant here today. But I want you to scroll past that, because if you go down, you'll see a lot more topics. And I'm just going to have you look at the list of A to Z topics. There are literally hundreds of topics here that you could have an argument about and that we could focus our next structured controversy on. This is, in fact, where I found information on school uniforms. So I'm just going to show you that site real quickly. School uniforms. So if I click on this, and if you click on any of them, it's going to look pretty similar to this. It will show you the title of the topic. It will show you the essential question. This was the essential question we dealt with when we covered school uniforms. There's a little bit of background on the topic. You want to probably read some of that and know a little bit about what the topic is and get some background on it. You see some pictures that are pretty relevant here to the topic. And if you scroll down, you'll see the viewpoints. Viewpoint 1 is school uniforms can help improve behavior and reduce peer pressure. And viewpoint 2 is uniforms infringe upon students' First Amendment right to freedom of expression. Now, underneath each of these viewpoints, you see some different links, and these are articles that have to do with each viewpoint. Now, these are even some that we may have read for this topic of school uniforms. I would like you to check out some of these on a topic of your choice. And if you don't find any good articles for each viewpoint, you can also scroll down and you'll see probably many more articles and sources that have to do with the topic that you want to do. So that was school uniforms. I'm just going to go back real quickly and let's choose another topic that might be interesting. Where is it? Here, curfew. This is one that I think is kind of relevant. So let me just show you that. Again, it looks really similar. It's got the title here, some pictures that go along with this topic. And an essential question, are curfew laws that target teens unfair? You've got a whole paragraph here. You can click to read more about what the topic is about and see if it interests you. And then scroll down, you'll see some different viewpoints that have to do with this essential question. Some people say curfew laws discriminate against teens who have done nothing wrong. The other viewpoint is curfew laws help reduce juvenile crime and violence, protect minors, and promote parental responsibility. Now, for each of these viewpoints, we've got 3 sort of recommended articles here, and that would be something I'd like to check out to see if I can find some good articles to go along with this source and go along with this viewpoint, and some good articles here that go along with this viewpoint. I want to make sure that I check out the sources. I want to read these sources because you're going to be submitting some of these sources as good pieces of evidence for our next structured controversy. So if you don't find anything here, again, keep scrolling down and you'll see lots more that have to do with the topic, lots more sources, lots more articles. And that's basically what we're doing today. You're going to go to this search site. You're going to find whatever topic you want. Go ahead and take a look around, look at it, read about it, know the essential question, look at the viewpoints, and then look for sources. Look for sources that perhaps back up what the viewpoints are for each topic. And once you've done that, you're going to go back to Google Classroom. There's a link to this Google form. And here's what you'll be filling out. You'll say that you were at Mr. Michelson's class. Tell me what hour you have me. And what issue would you like to discuss? So it could be curfew, it could be whatever you want, whatever you found on the SIRS site. What's the essential question? That could just be copied and pasted right here for the issue. What is the thesis for the yes side, or the viewpoint on the yes side? And then what's the viewpoint or thesis on the no side? I'll give you some examples here with school uniforms. I'd like you to find at least 2 articles here that will be good sources. So 2 articles that support the yes side of the argument and 2 that support the no side. You can just grab those links from the Omnibar up here when you find those articles and just paste them there, and that will be some articles that we could potentially use for our next structured controversy. Again, next class, we're going to take all of your suggestions and vote on which ones we think might be some of the best ones. And from there, we will have you start researching. So just proposing your ideas today using this Google form after you've done some research. And again, make sure that things are going okay in the class today. If you finish early, you can have some time to read or work quietly without bothering anyone. Okay, that is that. Head to Google Classroom to find your links. Thank you for listening, and I hope I feel better for you on Wednesday. Bye.